Mike with Mike's Bags. Today I'm reviewing the Knightfire by Templar Cornhole. Let's go ahead and dive in, break these bags down. When I review Templar, I always talk about how unique their bags are, and this is no exception. Templar does a great job with unique materials, unique fills, unique designs. I mean, this bag uses two materials I've never seen before. I don't think anybody's used them before. It's got a fill in here that only Templar is using. But we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do my best to describe it to you and maybe make some comparisons. But they're going to be stretches. Like, this is a completely new bag. It's going to be a tough bag to describe, but you can watch how it plays, and I'll tell you about the playability on it. It's definitely a bag that I think some of you will really love to throw. So start with the slow side here. It's a super soft material. I love the way this material feels. It reminded me when I picked it up, the first thing it reminded me of was the slow side of the Cornhole Scenario Mantis. Kind of has that soft material to it. It's similar to the slow side that was on the Titan, I think the Nightmare is as well. Majestics, which is now MikesCornhole. Majestic had a bag called Diamond or Diamonds. I think it was. It has a similar material. If you're familiar with those, you know how soft it feels. Not the same as materials. It's a different material altogether. Very soft. It plays about a 4-speed. I think Templar calls it a 4, and I think 4 is great. It's a control material. It's a bag that you're looking to throw blockers with, to shot shape with. It's great for fast boards. If you're a hard thrower, it's a wonderful bag because it does have controlled sticks on it. If your player likes to throw deeper, land deeper on the board, it's a great material because it doesn't go flying off the back. It grabs and will stick for you on there. So 4-speed on the slow side here. Fast side, again, another completely unique material. I don't think Templar's using these in any of the bags as well. As far as I know, this is the only bag that uses these. This material, I don't really know how to explain it to you. I think Templar calls it an 8-speed. 8's a good speed for it, right? It's not blazing fast. It's great for a fast side, but you still have control. So you can collect your blockers, push through your bags, kind of bully bags out of the way. But it's not blazing fast. So it's a material that you can have confidence to flip it over if you need to, maybe 4th bag and go slick side just to ensure the bag goes in, doesn't stop short. You can do that and not be fearful of the bag flying off the bag. It's got a little bit of a texture to it. It's kind of a smooth material. Just a slight texture to it, but it feels really good in the hand. I mean, this material with the super soft slow side, and this fast as it breaks and it softens up. Bag has a wonderful feel to it. Love the way it feels. Template wise, this is a medium template bag. It's got a medium and a fill to it. So you have flop. It is not overly floppy, but it's definitely not full. It kind of falls right on that sweet spot for bags for me. The fill in here, this is where it gets unique again. This is the fill that Templar uses called their DT2 fill. I've reviewed it a few times. It's really like a mixed fill, but it's all in one, right? It's like a hybrid flat round fill. So even though they put the same fill in there, it feels and plays like a mixed fill. Now I think if I remember right on the website, this bag has 90% of that DT2 fill, and then it's 10% of a disc fill in here. You really don't feel the disc fill. It's kind of in there a little bit, but I feel that DT2 fill, which is again, it's not really. It's kind of a flat, kind of a round fill. I love the way this fill plays. I've reviewed it in several other bags that Templar has. It has action to it for the cuts, rolls, flops, that type of shot shape. You can do that, but it's not overly aggressive. It's not overly bouncy, so it takes away a lot of the kick. And honestly, this material, because it is sticky, you'll get some kick to it. So if you don't throw flat, the bag's going to move on you some. But because the fill's not overly bouncy, it doesn't have aggressive kick, which means if you don't throw flat, you can move your landing spot over, which you're saying you do, and the bag will move. But I love the fact this bag does kind of have that movement to it, because this bag is wonderful throwing cuts, especially for being a non-carpet, non-hybrid material. This bag has a ton of control to it. And I'll get more into that when I get into playability here. These Knightfires are ACO stamped, so if you're playing the ACO, you can throw these. And let's go ahead and jump into playability as I'm trying to touch on that. And this is a bag that really, to me, as I mentioned, it's a control style bag. It's designed better for the dirty style game. Blocks, cuts, rolls, flops, that kind of dirty style play where you're really putting a lot of chaos on the board and you want to clean it up. And if you're the type of player that maybe you just don't like throwing carpet, because sometimes carpet bags can be they have a weird feel. The carpet materials get thicker, weird texture. Some players don't like that. This has a non-carpet material feel to it, but it has that control you get with the carpet bag. Now, I say that you can definitely run bags in the hole with this. Like I said, as I mentioned before, if you play on faster boards, this bag is great for running bags in the hole because it has that control. It's not flying off the bag. If you're a hard thrower, or maybe you play in a facility where you have low ceilings and you got to keep that bag lower trajectory, this bag's great because you have that control. This material will grab and bite. You can still throw blockers even though you're throwing low, throwing hard. You can still get the bag to stop when you want it to. If you like to land deeper on the board, so sometimes I see players who struggle with their distance. They're a little short, a little long sometimes, and they're fearful of bags being front board and being short. They'll land deeper on the board. And sometimes when you do that, your bags will you'll be perfectly in line, but they'll just skip over the hole because they're just too fast. This material has enough control, enough bite. It doesn't do that. So you can land deeper on the board and put the bag in. In fact, for me, if you watch where I'm landing my bags, if I'm trying to put a bag in the hole or I'm trying to run bags in the hole a little bit with this bag, I tend to land deeper. If I want to throw blockers, I land a little bit short, let the bag come up and stop there. And you've got the control of this bag to really do that. You can really pick where you land and dictate where the bag stops. A ton of control to put blockers exactly where you want the board. Level 1, level 2, level 3. You can do that because of the shot shaping, the cuttability. Get aggressive as blockers. Put them more on your opponent's side. Knowing that you have the ability, if you need to throw a cut, to go and grab it. But one of the subtle changes that Templar made on this bag is the corners. These corners here they're what you call smaller corners, less rounded. So it's more flat side, less of a curve here, which gives the bag a little bit more of a square feeling to it, less of a round feel. And what that does, it's a subtle difference, a subtle change, but what you get with these smaller corners is a bag that's better at collecting. So when you have a blocker up there, right, you throw your blocker up there, middle of the board, I put it more on my opponent's side, I want to put it right in their lane, make them deal with it. When I go to collect, because I have a more square corner or more of a smaller corner, more of a square bag, I'm coming and that corner will clip it and hook that bag and push in. When you have round corners, sometimes they'll spin and they'll push that block bag off. Round corner bags are great for getting around bags. Square corners are better, or smaller corners are better for hooking that bag and pulling it up. So it makes it great for grabbing that bag, being more aggressive. The other thing that these corners do as well is grabbing the hole. Because there's more of a corner here, less rounded, there's more corners dip in the hole, which means if you miss your bag a little off left or right, it's going to do a better job of grabbing and pull the bag back in. Now, because you have a sticky material here or slower playing material, you will get back sometimes it'll set and not drop in. If you're missing left or right, the bag will hook the hole, pull it. Sometimes it'll set. If it's not enough speed, it won't drip in. No problem, because of the fill in here, that DT2 fill, very hole friendly, very drippy. Sometimes it's another bag coming in, we'll hit it and pull it in. If you need to, you can if it's across the hole, again, you can throw a cut, clip it, pull it in. If it's on your side, you could step out, maybe slick side, clip it, pull it in. So you've got options to go after the bags, as long as it's not your last bag. The fact that the corners help grab that hole, keep the bag in play, gives you the opportunity to go after it and bring that bag back in. I love that. This is also a great bag if you're an aggressive style player. I love playing aggressive in my cornhole and going after bags, maybe trying to do crazy shots. This bag's great because it's not a super fast bag. The bag still, even if I miss, if I go aggressively hard trying to throw a cut and pull a bag back in and I miss it, the bag still, because it's not blazing fast, it still tends to stay on the board. My misses are not off the board, so I'm not being fully penalized. I still leave a bag on the board, which is the point, or maybe I leave the bag still in play and I can collect it in my next bag. So I'm not penalized when I get aggressive and miss. I love that bag because I like to play an aggressive style game. I like to go after bags that I probably shouldn't, just to see if I can get them. And a lot of times I can't, but every now and then when you do, it's just a great feeling to collect that bag. And these Knightfires give you that ability to be aggressive and to go after bags that you normally wouldn't. Because of the shot shaping ability, you can go out with the cuts and grab them and pull bags back in. Those corners do a great job of hooking those bags and pulling them in for you. It's a fun bag to throw. Like I said, if you like the speeds of those slower carpet bags, but you hate the way they feel, you're going to love this Knightfire. You're going to love the control it gets with you. That leads me into availability. And Templar has a website, TemplarCornhole.com. The bags are $68 for a set. It was $12 shipping. So $80 shipped to you. Great price at lower price point, especially for ACO stamp bags. I did mention, right, they're ACO. I think I did mention they're ACO stamped. But $80 shipped to you for an ACO stamp bag, phenomenal price. Again, if you like new bags, you like different bags, you like unique bags, you're going to love these. Like I said, no other bag company that I know of is using either of these two materials. I don't know of any other bag. I don't even know if Templar is using these materials on any of the other bags, but they feel great. They play great. I love getting my hands on Templar bags because of how different and unique they are, and it's just refreshing to throw. If you're a player who's always bored with the same old bags, same old materials, jump on Templar's website, TemplarCornhole.com, and kind of look around. You're going to find all kinds of unique materials. You go to my channel. I have a playlist for Templar Cornhole, and I have a lot of different bags I've reviewed there, and I can tell you all about the different materials and do the best I can, explain them to you. Again, the Knightfire, if you like playing a control bag, a little bit slower bag, you're going to love the way the Knightfires play. If you've thrown these, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about them. As always, I thank you so much for your support, and I thank you for watching.